YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got another pickups video for you here. This is pretty awesome actually, some of the stuff that I found. The most earliest item that I found, rather, I picked up on Saturday, but I'm going to show it at the very end because I think it's pretty awesome and definitely a good deal. So I'll start off with things that I found at my local Goodwill today, and I'll move through the day kind of thing. First thing starting off is I went to the Goodwill that's really close to my house, and I found one of these charge kits or whatever for Nintendo Wii. Now, I have an Energizer charge kit that actually charges 4 of these, so the thing I'm most interested in the battery packs that are in here, just because that'll help me out with that. And obviously, if my charger ever goes south kind of thing, then I'll be able to you know, charge it up with this charger. So it's pretty cool because it's still sealed and everything, and I've checked it out. It looks like that has never been taken off of there, which means this has never been opened. The box is a little bit beat up, but otherwise that's pretty cool. I paid 10 bucks for it. It's probably worth it. Like it says here, you know, electronics boutique on it, so it is worth like 20. That's what they sell it for, so I got it for 10. Thought that was a pretty decent deal. Nothing awesome, but again, those battery packs are worth, you know, a few bucks each, especially if my battery packs ever die and things like that. Moving on, I also found another item in that particular Goodwill, and pretty awesome. Something I didn't have in my collection already, and it came in one of the hard cases here, and this is a copy of Ninja Gaiden Shadow for the Game Boy. So that's pretty cool right there. For that one there, I paid 3 bucks, so I thought that was a pretty awesome deal. It's in really great shape, just needs, you know, a wipe down or whatever, and it's good to go. The label's perfect on it. So a welcomed edition. Pretty valuable game right there as far as Game Boy games go, that's for sure. Moving on, I walked into Value Village and I went to the back, and these things weren't priced. They were just sort of sitting in the electronics section, so I kind of was hesitant at first to pick them up, but I decided to anyways. I didn't know what price they were going to be, so I took them up to the counter. I asked them how much this were going to be. She said $2.99 for it, so basically for each one I paid $1.50, and hopefully they work. I haven't tested them out yet, but they're 2 Nintendo DS Lite chargers, so that's pretty cool right there. I always see systems out there and they don't have the chargers with them, so this is going to be awesome because that'll give me at least 2 more chargers to team up with systems and things like that. So that's pretty wicked right there. Moving on, I walked into another Goodwill, and I came up with a game, because this one here was 75% off, so I decided to pick it up. It was originally 5 bucks. I already have this in my collection, but you know, it might be a case upgrade. I'm not entirely certain about that. It doesn't have the manual in it, unfortunately, but for $1.25 I decided to pick up Splinter Cell. Like I said, though, I already have it in my collection, so it was just basically because it was 75% off, I decided to go for that. And then I picked up a few DS games as well, and these were a really awesome deal. The first one here is My Weight Loss Coach, and this one here would have been charged $5 for, and obviously that's a killer deal. But as you can see, there's no game in there, so I took it up to the counter and they charged me 99 cents for it, just the case, and I'll be able to use that case for other things. I have a few DS games. Hopefully I can track down some artwork and put them in these cases kind of thing. As well, I picked up Spore Hero Arena. That one's priced for $5. Oh, sorry, it's right there. I usually put it on the side. But again, you know, that's empty, so they charged me 99 cents for this. This one was actually sitting in the glass case, so I think probably an employee stole that one. Right beside it was another copy of Spore Hero Arena, and this one here for $5. Oh, wait a minute, no, I paid 99 cents because this one was stolen as well. So I got those 3 cases, you know, $1 each basically. That's the way that worked out. I also found something kind of interesting, sort of weird actually, to find this, but I'll show you this now. It's Final Fantasy 12 for the DS, but this is the Japanese version of it. Now this is factory sealed, so that's really why I picked it up. What the what the Japanese version of the game was doing when it has a Toys R Us thing on the back of it. I don't really understand because they don't sell this version obviously in North America. So kind of weird, but again, I decided to pick it up. This one here was priced for $6, which I was more than willing to pay because it's just kind of cool. I don't actually have Final Fantasy, 12 in my DS collection yet, and obviously this one's probably going to remain sealed because I can't read this Japanese to actually play this game. So that's pretty cool right there. Moving on, I also went up to their glass case, and this was the stuff that I originally spotted because as soon as I see these things, I'm always all over it. The first thing here is Super Mario World. Paid $4 for it. It's got a slight ding right there in the corner, but again, you know, it's like a $10 game, so why not? I can always bundle it with a system or something like that, and you know, for $4, I'm not going to turn that down. This one here is somewhat questionable, but again, I didn't have it in my collection, so I thought I would go for it. And it is Wheel of Fortune Deluxe Edition. Unfortunately, this is really beat up. This was an old Blockbuster rental because you can see, you can actually see the sticker on the back of it. Again, you can also see the $4 sticker. This is a Blockbuster rental back in the day, so it's pretty beat up. Like, it has a broken, I don't know if you call it a hinge or what you want to call it right there, but that part's actually snapped, and it's really ugly. Actually, both of them are snapped, so the backing on this one will definitely need to be replaced, but luckily I have like donor cards. I can fix this up. Probably should have just left this behind. It did come with a dust cover, which is kind of nice. You know, the $4 for that though. Something I already have in my collection, but I wasn't going to leave this one behind, is Mortal Kombat for $4 as well. Pretty good. Again, the dust cover on it, which is nice to be able to get that. So I'll put the dust cover on backwards, of course. But pretty cool right there. And the backing and everything is pretty nice. This may actually be a label upgrade for me. I'll have to get that sticker off of there, but I have my ways of doing that. That's no problem. And the final SNES game was really awesome. I was really happy to pick this one up. Came with the dust cover as well on this one, and it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. And, you know, not an overly valuable game necessarily, but something I wanted to get, and locally people are asking ridiculous prices for this, so at least I think they're ridiculous, you know, like $25 and stuff like that. This game here is something I really wanted to get in my collection. It's basically like a clone of, you know, Street Fighter kind of thing, but with turtles, so that's pretty fun right there. I was really excited to find those, obviously, especially that Turtles game. Moving on though, I walked into the Tlees and I came across something that I don't know if I should have bought it or not. You can tell me what you think of this or what you think the value of this is, because I couldn't figure it out if this is worth it or not. But this is for PlayStation 2. It's called Logitech Flight Force Feedback Joystick, and there it is right there. It says in the top, children's wish, so I guess my wish has come true with this or something. I'm not sure about that, but if you open it up, which I will, you'll actually see that inside it's like in a bag and everything, so I think this is probably never been out of this box. If it has, I'd be pretty surprised by that, because somebody's packed it back in sort of like perfectly. I don't even know if I have the means of getting this out of here right now. Actually, kind of hard to do, so maybe I'll... But it looks to me like it's never been used and it's brand new in there. So I'm not really into flight games or anything like that, but you know, I might be able to use this to trade locally with somebody who's interested in this. So if you're watching this video and you're in my region, if you're interested in this item, you let me know and what you have to trade and stuff like that for it. I'm more than happy to do that, but looks like a pretty sturdy joystick though, for sure. The last item here, and this is really probably the greatest find I think of the week, or at least for a while now, is I found a boxed N64 system, which is really nice shape. It's got a few dings and like scratches, like you can see there's like a little scratch right here. You know, the corner's a little bit worn, not too bad though. What I'll do is I'll actually cut here though, and I'll open this up and you can see what's inside, so it's pretty cool. Alright, so here's the box here. You can see a little more detail and stuff like that. As you can see, there is some wear, like around the edges and a few little marks and scuffs and things like that, but still pretty cool nonetheless. I'll open this up. I might actually have to put the camera down to do this properly. I really don't want to do this one-handed and wreck anything, so if you just give me a second here. Alright, so here are the contents here. Obviously you've got the system, which looks to be in reasonably good shape, actually quite nice. Just needs like a wipe down or something like that. But the styrofoam is really nice. Unfortunately, I was hoping there'd be an expansion pack in there, but there wasn't. You've got the wires, which are always nice to have. The power supply, which has been nicely tucked back in here. A controller, which has a little bit of something or other on there, but otherwise looks pretty good. The joystick's like really tight on it, which is awesome. And then there's also a game in here. I was really hoping when I first pulled this out, because the game was actually sitting backwards like that, and I was like, oh man, I hope that's Super Mario 64, because I don't own that yet. But it isn't. It is a copy of XG2 Extreme G, but it's in excellent shape. You know, it's just a few dollar game kind of thing, but I didn't have it in my collection, so it's really nice to be able to get a hold of that one. So that's the, you know, the contents of that box. Really cool though, in excellent shape everything is, except for maybe a little bit of that dirt. But I'll get back to my video here. So yeah, the contents inside, like not bagged and things like that. Obviously the system has been used and everything like that, but still it's in excellent shape. Came with kind of a bonus game, I guess. I wasn't really expecting that one originally when I bought it, just because when I saw it, and for the price, I was going to pick it up no matter what was in there, basically. For this, I paid $20, and I thought that was well worth it. Couldn't believe it was sitting in there. Actually, the way this worked out, it wasn't even during my normal hunting times where I picked this up. I went for a jog with a friend of mine, and he had this painting in the back of his car that he was going to be dropping off at one of the Goodwills or whatever, and he said, oh, are you going there today to do your hunting and stuff like that? And I said, well, I wasn't really planning on it, but I can, it's not a big deal. He's like, well, can you take this painting in? So that's how I ended up stumbling across this. Otherwise I probably wouldn't even ended up going there that day. So glad that he had that painting and wanted to get rid of it, because it really worked out to my benefit to be able to get, you know, a complete N64 system in the box and everything like that. In the box, like I said, it's not perfect, but it's in really good shape for the most part. So that's everything. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm super pumped about some of these things that I picked up, particularly you know, this N64, obviously the Ninja Turtles game and things like that, the Ninja Gaiden game. That's pretty awesome as well. So thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I will see you all later.